Hello ladies and gentlemen, what is up? It is your Maker 2199 bringing you guys another commentary here. And right here I'm using the M16. This is actually my second game playing with this weapon, and I did fairly well. And I don't want to say I did extremely well, but I was playing against this team. It's the exact same team that I played against on the first video, and when I did the weapon review for this weapon. And the thing to keep in mind though is that every time, and you guys noticed it, and in case you didn't, I'm just gonna highlight what happened. So we were playing, and the other team, I don't know if they were on the lead or not at the beginning, but they took the lead, right? So they had the lead or something. We took it from them, and once they realized that we were gonna kill them because we were really just destroying them and manhandling them like crazy, they decided to camp, behind the little house or whatever that was on that map, and we just got taken out. Like right there, like what the fuck was this guy doing? He was just like camping there, and I couldn't find him. I heard him on my earphones, but I couldn't see him. And just the timing on me turning around and not looking at that place, it's always stupid. But thankfully somebody else killed him, and he wasn't there anymore, or he moved on. I think he got killed though by my compatriot over there. But yeah, so it was really frustrating when I jumped into this lobby, and I was only there because it was fairly, I don't want to say it's easy, but it was alright. It wasn't a bad lobby where I get people that they just camp, or they're using like the biggest bullshit of a weapon, that electric weapon that melts everybody in seconds. It wasn't, a lobby of that or anything like that. It was quite a regular lobby, but a ton of campers. And right here, this is part of the reason that this weapon is bad, that I was saying it. The small clip, and I don't think I had extended mags here. Maybe I do. No, yeah, I do. So it's 12 shots, on extended mags. I had said maybe 16, but I wasn't sure. So let's correct that, it's 12, if you use extended mags, and it's fairly good, it's a really good weapon, but more than likely you're gonna be at a disadvantage, and I found that. So I changed my game style a bit, to cater to this weapon. I find that I can't do what I usually do, and that fucking grenade, excuse me for cursing, but I don't do it often. I like to think that this is a very friendly channel for kids and all of that, but I do curse every once in a while when something pisses me off, and that freaking nade is like the most retarded nade ever in Call of Duty history. It's just so stupid. Like what is the purpose of that little like R2D2 floating pill? Like what the heck? I really have no clue what these people were thinking. And right there I killed that camper. I knew he was there, and I knew he wasn't gonna get me that time. And I have a teammate right there that's, I don't know what the heck he's doing. But yeah, it was fun, but on this gameplay, I've been debating, on what I want to do and how I want to change it up, because I know I've recently made an update saying that I wanted to talk more about finance, more personal finance and business finance. There is a difference, although there's a lot of similarities as well. But I'm not sure if I should start that on this video or another one. But yeah, why not, I guess. Let's get into it, a little bit. So one of the biggest, misconceptions that I always found out, when I was going to school or whatever, anything that has to do with financing, usually I've heard a lot of people say this, and it always, it pisses the crap out of me, because they have absolutely no clue what they're saying. And right here I was trying to outsnipe this guy. I thought I had a scope, and I don't have a scope, and this thing is really, it's not really useful, so I changed it later on to a scope. That's why I changed back to the same weapon. But something that I find that a lot of people say, and it's true for a lot of people, unfortunately, and myself included, because we're not rich, I'm pretty poor. And but that doesn't mean that I'm unhappy. I'm a really happy guy, really easygoing and all of that. But and I just like to have fun, and one of the things that I hear a lot of people say though that pisses me off is that they say, you need to get debt, you need to take some debt and all of that, into your hands if you're gonna have everything or anything in America. And I'm like, that is not true. I went to school and all of that, and I don't have any school debt. I paid for everything. and I don't owe anything, So I really don't think it's true. Yes, I might not have all the things that other people that take debt have, but I don't need them. It's just that simple. And at the end of the day, right now that I'm still trying to get a job and all of that, if I had debt, I would be in some serious shit right now, real serious shit. And because I don't, I'm free to, do whatever the fuck I want, that's the beauty of it, And the biggest thing to keep in mind though when it comes to financing is no, don't make the mistake. Now, yes, if you're in a position like me and most Americans, I believe, will you have to take debt, in order to, establish a family or something like that? Of course you will, like purchasing a house is really expensive and a lot of people don't have, the cash to purchase it. So taking debt then it's actually pretty smart, because you can build that family and all of that. I don't think you want to wait till you're like 50 or 60 to build that family. So yeah, so there are some instances where having debt is smart, and it also pisses me off when I hear a lot of people, that went to finance school, or I listen to investors talking, and some of these people are quite wealthy, and they don't understand, they make it seem like, oh, taking debt at any circumstances, it's stupid. It's not. There is some scenarios where it's actually smart, and like the one I mentioned, purchasing a house to start your family and all of that is actually quite smart. But just, taking a loan to purchase a brand new car, a luxury car, something that you might be barely able to afford, and now you took yourself out of the range where you can now purchase a house or something like that, so you can start a family to 2 or 3 years beyond, but you won't get rid of that car or stuff like that. That kind of shit is silly and it's stupid. You don't need that luxury car. You don't need none of that crap. Be realistic with what you have. And work with what you have. So for the most part, no, I don't have any credit cards or anything like that because I don't believe in debt. But if I'm gonna have to purchase a house, and this is the thing about it though, you need to have some credit, or interest is going to be off the roof. So will I have to take something out like that eventually? Maybe, in the aid of it, but I will never do something stupid where I'll get something that I can just barely handle, or if shit goes sour, I'll be in some serious crap. Never. And I know how hard it is to work to get the money that I have. So every decision that I make is very, very, I consider every outcome and different scenario and all of that. It's very, very, it's made with a lot of intelligence behind it. I just don't do a decision in vain just because. And with that being said, though, now that I have, my school and all of that, I do wish to get a better job and a good paying job and be able to buy some stuff that I would like, be able to have a little bit more money and that sort of stuff. So yeah, right there, I had no clue what that guy was doing. I know he saw me, so I just threw that shit to his face, and it worked. I didn't think it was gonna work, but it did, and that was pretty cool. I thought that was amazing. So don't get into this notion, like I need to get in depth or whatever to be somebody. No, that's not true. Just save up. Trust me, if you guys look at interest and you know how it works, trust me, I know how it works. I already went to school. I've studied all of this crap, and more than likely I'm gonna have to end up working doing something like this. And it's, to me, it's not an issue. It's something that I like, but maybe others don't. And trust me, what you pay on interest is, more, very, it's a really, really big amount. Whether you want to believe it or not. And if you would have just had the money to pay it cash, or if you would have had the restraint to save up and do all of that stuff and pay it, the way that investors tell you to do, you would be way better off always in life when it comes to money and managing, every one of those situations. But some of us, unfortunately, we see the tips that we like, we still don't take them. And that's just unfortunate, and hopefully you guys do take some of these tips. And this is more to the younger folks, that are starting to work and all of that. Save some money. I'm not saying don't spend and don't buy the things that you want and or like, but I'm just saying don't take it out on a credit card, at 18% and all of that. Not even, it doesn't matter how genius you are when it comes to stock and all of that. Not even Warren Buffett is gonna make that big of a return. So You know, that for you is not a return, that for you is a loss, you know. So for you to lose that much extra money when you could have, you know, waited another month or whatever to purchase the same stuff that you were gonna purchase, you know, it just doesn't make sense, you know. So hopefully this video gets a few likes and all of that, and if you guys like it, you know, do like and sub and all of that, and more will come. It's very, you know, introductory to depth and all of that, and me telling you that it's not necessary, it's not smart or dumb, you know, it depends on the scenario, but for the most part it can be quite dumb, you know, it's more than likely gonna be dumb. So hopefully you guys do like and all of that, and I'll see you guys on the next one, and I hope to be able to continue some of these. Thank you, bye.